Hello guys, what's good here with another YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at mountains because today I went into a lobby just to go have some fun and probably get some more content for the YouTube shorts, but I saw some stuff and I just want to have your guys' opinions on it and just, I don't know, see what the future holds for Gtag. So, well, let's get right into it. Alright guys, we are in mountains right now, and at first I was, as I said before, I was really excited about this update. It's got a lot of really cool things, like palm trees and stuff, and I was really excited about that. But then, the moment I came on, I noticed this. How the ice just looks a lot more glossy. Or it's just weird. I don't know. I don't remember it being such a different color from the snow. And it could just be me. It could just be me being nervous or being skeptical. Like this, it looks okay. But I don't know, I'm just seeing shines in the ice that I didn't see before. Before, it just wasn't quite shiny like this. I don't know, it's weird. But then I didn't think anything of it. But then when I started to do my route where I get out of the map, I saw something else. Again, except it's not really bad, per se. Like, just look at the ice. I don't know, I'm just seeing it way more glossy than usual. And then, I noticed, well, this isn't really anything bad about the update. I don't know, they kind of blocked it off, so it's going to be quite a bit harder to get out of the map now. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that's a problem for later. The stickers got in the way. Now this is where I started to really get skeptical. Is when I saw this. All this green stuff. And at first I didn't think too much of it. I was just thought, must be part of an update or something. Or of course it's part of an update, but I mean, part of something different. So I started looking at the ice and the glossiness, and it almost looks like the ice is melting. Like, it almost looks like it. And this could just be, it's like the end of summer, and like, maybe it's like starting to have changes on the ice, and it's just, like, it's just warming it up. I'm just going off of real life logic here. And so that could be why the ice is looking a little glossier. Maybe it's getting wetter. Maybe it's melting. Which I really hope that's not the case, because I really don't want this map to lose anything until, like, with the grass. Like, I want to say this is grass. It sounds just like grass from forest. But it has white in it, so it's like snow. Like the snow is melting off of it. But if that's true, there are a few things I don't really understand about the physics of this. A part of me was thinking, oh this is grass. Like, the ice map is melting or something like that. Or they might be getting rid of it or changing it into something new, a new map, potentially. And I don't really want to see a new map because this map is already really amazing as it is. It's already my favorite map. But now that I'm seeing what looks to be grass, at first I thought they were going to change it. And just like what I said, and they were going to start messing up mountains and potentially making it like a global warming thing, like what's happening in real life. And showing how everything's getting damaged. So, I don't know. I don't know about you, but I am seeing a few weird things. And I don't know if this is just me. I kind of want to just look back on, my old footage. But I feel like also the tops have changed a little bit. I don't know this for sure. I'm going to look back and just check it out and just see if it's just me being skeptical or maybe the lighting's different or what's going on. Because I'm seeing all these ridges, and even though they look familiar, I'm seeing a lot more dense. Like, over here in particular is where I really noticed it when I was trying to get out of the map. And I don't know, like, there's 4 sides of it, and I thought it went a lot higher. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like, let's try and we're gonna get out of the map a little different way, the way I really like. But just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But when you go way up here, I don't know, it just looks different than before. Just like up there, it looks like there have been different formations, and like it's changing. And I really don't like that. What I am seeing is all this is still saying the same. Like, I'm seeing this bend, it looks similar. Like, that doesn't look very changed. Like, these sides over here, none of that looks changed. That all looks just fine. All this still looks fine. But, I don't know, when you start looking at the tops, it could just be me, as I've said. It could just be me. But they look different. This does not really resemble the Gorilla Tag I knew before. It looks different. It legitimately looks different. So, I don't know. And the grass. That is so weird. But what's weird about this grass, especially over here, is how high it comes up. Like, that's taller than, that's like a hand and a half. If they are adding grass into this map, like what you see here, why does it go so much higher? Like, I know grass grows and it like gets taller as it grows, but would it be that high, and why would it be so small? Like I don't know, it's only a patch of grass, and then like there's like, it always comes down. Like, there are parts like these where it's really smooth, and that's where it's kind of believable that it's grass, and it's like the snow's covering the grass, but it's like melting away. But then you see this, or like this, and you're just thinking, well, at least I'm thinking, this doesn't look right. So at first, I thought this was grass, because it sounds like grass, looks like grass with some snow on it. It fits all the criteria pretty perfectly, except for the fact about how high it grows. I don't understand why it would grow this high. So maybe it might be rock. Like, it could be a rock or a moss, like a rock with moss on it. That could explain why, like, I think that is either snow or maybe like rock. I'm thinking it's snow. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. Like, if you go from way, it looks like grass. It legitimately looks like grass. And from here, it looks like the snow is like melting away from it, which is what I think they're trying to do, which is why I think it's grass. It's melting away from it from this perspective, like especially at the bases of trees is when you usually see grass. I think it's because in real life, with roots, they spread downwards and then like curve down. And that would explain why there's grass there, because it would melt away. I don't know. I don't really know. Well, I hear a rocket going off, but I'm pretty sure this is grass, and Mountains Map could be melting right now. I'm thinking that this is just a summer thing, and when fall and winter come back, all of that's going to be gone, and it's going to be back to the Gorilla Tag we once knew and loved. But I don't know. I'm just not really excited for what I'm seeing here, because I really don't want the case to be that like they're gonna change this map until it's like part snow, part grass. I don't want this to like be like a real world thing where it's starting to bring global warming in. So, you know, like, just so we know what's happening in the world right now and how we can prevent it. I don't know, I'm just thinking the developers might be doing something just to bring it to our minds, because I know sometimes they'll put stuff like that. That's the only reason why I think they would make it so it like start melting. I don't know, the ice looks bluer. Like, this ice, it looks okay, but like, look how many like white to like darker ice there is. I just don't remember it being like that. And I feel like the ice is so much bluer and darker than it was. Like, this ice on the walls, it looks the same. It looks the same. I don't think there's any problems there. But when you look at the bottom ice, it looks so much darker. It almost looks like slush. And I just don't know. So, really, I think I'm just hoping that this is only going to be like a little bit of an update thing, and it's not actually going to transition to there being a new map or like new features in this map or new anything in this map. But like, even look at the ramp, for example. Like, why can you see it so much more detailed? Like, before it looked like a ramp. It just looked like a ramp and it looked smooth. But now you can actually see the flat sections and where they stop and where a new flat section stops. Like that whole black part right there. Like, I don't know. It's just, you can see the details. And I don't know if it's just the lighting right now, but it looks different. It looks way different, and I think basically what I'm just trying to say is I have a feeling that the ice map is melting, but it won't continue this, because I think the developers of this game, like Lemming, he knows that lots of people like mountains, and it's a very good map. So I don't think he's going to try and change that or do anything weird with it. I think he is just going to, I don't know, bring awareness. That's a good way to put it. Just to bring awareness to everyone about what is happening in the world right now. And I'm hoping that he's going to change this and make it back to where it was. Because, I don't know, as much as I love an update and seeing new stuff, just seeing grass or just the snow even a little, or the ice just a little different color, I don't know, it looks weird. It looks weird, feels weird, and I don't think it's going to bring any good news. I think it's just, it could, like, it could be something really cool, and I just don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure Lemming has a pretty good idea. Like, look how glossy it is. Like, I don't know. It looks weird. And then, like, this is weird too. This is another thing. Like, it looks like ice. Like, this is probably what the ice may have looked like. Not quite as small pixeled, but I think it looks similar. But then you can actually like splash in it, and yet you can also it's like ice. See, it's like ice, but it splashes. Why? It doesn't make any sense. You can skate through it, like it looks pretty normal, but then you can also start splashing in it. So I think that means that it's also not cold enough to actually freeze this pool. It's not cold enough. Which is why I think that it's warming, and like it's getting warmer. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, but that's just basically what I saw, and I don't know. Thanks for watching, and hopefully what I'm saying isn't true, and that he's just going to fix it, and hopefully this is just like a one update thing and it's just going to go back to where it was. But we'll see. Alright guys, as I just showed you guys in mountains, I showed you like kind of the effects of what I've seen. I don't know if they're true, but I just showed you what I kind of saw. And I want to point out some other things too. With the mountains map getting so much hotter, or like, I don't know if it's getting hotter, but just with what we've seen and it looking like it's melting, there are a few other things I want to point out. Lately, I've been seeing a lot more fiery-like things in Gtag. Like, these just popped up, and I know they're not really gas powered, so they're not really pollutants, but I don't know. But then also, back in other updates, they've had stuff like the fire mask, Like, when you talk, it breathes fire. Or, I don't know, there was a kind of a jetpack looking thing. It just shot fire whenever you went up. Or like the blowtorch, or just those. I've been seeing a lot more fire-like things, or just gas-powered things. Like even planes, or the blimp, that balloon blimp that came out. I've just been seeing a lot more like machine-like things, like in the real world, that have caused polluting or pollutants in the air, and they're heating up the real Earth, causing global warming. And that's where this is probably one of the biggest factors. Like an update or two, we got the new city map, and I think that actually has something to do. Like, notice how close it is. Now, I don't know if this was intentional, but look how close it is. Like, it's literally right next to, you know, the shop, or, you know, what, like this. I don't know. It's just right next to all the big, like, if you look down here, even down here, like, they made a whole city map, which kind of shows how, I don't know, it's just, they've been adding stuff just like our real world. Before Gorilla Tag, it didn't have real automated stuff. Like, sure, it had shirts, it still had all of that, but it never really had machinery. It never really had anything. Like, it's just weird looking at how Mountains map could be potentially, like, melting, but there's still all of this. Like, or not, there's still all of this, it's just, like, they added the city, and they still have the shop, that also happen to be right next to mountains, and that could just be coincidence. But I think that there are all these little sneak peeks about how there's more actually coming into the game, and how it's becoming more modernized. And I think that's leading to the potential of a map actually getting deleted. Or just, I don't know. And I'm really hoping this isn't the case, because, I mean, that would suck if we lost mountains. I don't know about you guys, but mountains is probably my most favorite map. Now, I know that's just me, and I know most people are probably like, I don't know, forest, or the new clouds map is really cool, but I don't know. For me personally, mountains has always been my favorite, and I really don't want dumb, well, I shouldn't say dumb, but just stuff like this, new maps, actually affecting other maps, to the point where they're changing them, and making them not as good as they used to be. I think everything should just be the very best it should be, or the very best it has been. I don't know how to put it. I just hope that, pretty much what I'm just trying to say is, I really hope that this isn't leading to something like potentially my most favorite map getting deleted, or my most favorite map changing into a new map that I don't like. I don't know. It's like trying to put forest and then putting ice on all the branches. I mean, you couldn't play forest the same. You couldn't branch the same. You couldn't wall ride the same. It would completely change everything about that map. I'm just hoping that this is just a summer thing, or just something different. I'm just hoping that they're not going to be changing the mounds map into something kind of sucky, pretty much, or just not as good. I don't know. That's just kind of my views on it. Alright guys, those have been my thoughts about the things I've seen in the new mounds update and what could be happening to it. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. But yeah, hopefully nothing bad happens to Mountain, and hopefully this is just a short-term thing and this doesn't lead to anything weird. And if it does lead to something else, I hope it's just good. I hope personally that it adds something to this game instead of takes something away. That's all I want to say about the Mountains map. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.